Day, everybody. I hope that you're well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 2. Forgot to put the date, the grade. Grade 2 English lesson on irregular past tense. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca, all right, so we on aplusstudents.ca with our username and password. And then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 2. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of irregular past tense. All right. So our chapter is irregular past tense. The subject is English language arts, grade 2. And the lessons that we are focusing on today under the chapter of irregular past tense is to form and use irregular past tense. All right. So our lessons is to form and use irregular past tense, and there's going to be exercise 2, exercise 3, as well as exercise 4. All right. So when it comes to irregular past tense, right? Then most of the verbs, so most of the verbs are already regular. They are regular. They follow rules. Add ed or you add d to another word and then it will increase, right? Or expand or something. So that means if, like with regular past tense, right? All right. So we see that when it comes to regular past tense, it means that you follow rules like either adding ed or adding d to get the past tense verb. All right. And then we have irregular past tense, right? And some of the verbs are irregular in the past tense. And when it comes to the irregular past tense verbs, right, then it means that they do not follow any rules, like adding d or ed or anything. All right. So we said that with the irregular past tense, you're just going to have to remember the past tense form of the verb. All right. So we said that we don't follow any rules. Instead, you're just going to have to remember the past tense form of that verb. For example, Leah came over for dinner. So Leah came over for dinner. All right. When we say Leah came over for dinner, all right. So we say Leah came over for dinner. Right. So now if we look at this activity that we have, we are going to use the word in bracket and then we're going to change it to the irregular past tense. All right. So if we look at this activity over here, it says the man sing along with the radio. In the past, what did he do? If he sing now with at the radio and then in the past, what did he do? Did he also in the past sing? So the man sing along with the radio. All right. So if we change, let's say the words in brackets, right? Because remember we said that the it's irregular, right? So the wording changes. So the wording changes. So for example, if we say the man sing along with the radio, in the past, did he sing along the radio or what did he do? All right. So once again, we say the man sing along with the radio. Sing. The past tense of sing. All right. And if we are going to write down the past tense of sing, and then yes, well done. The past tense of sing is, we will say the man sang along with the radio. So well done. Sang along the with the radio is correct. So the man sang along with the radio. All right. I give Nia a present. So I give Nina a present. I give Nina a present. All right. Yes, sang is correct, but now we are like, I give Nina a present. Give. In the past, we need to say in the past. So I say I give Nina a present, but in the past. All right, so we can then say I gave Nina a present because remember, give in the past it is gave. And now the last one. It says the friends ran to the park. The friends ran to the park. So the friends ran to the park. So the friends ran to the park. We need to change that word run to an irregular past tense. All right, so we can say my friends. Yes, my friends ran to the park. So well done, ran is correct. Right? So that is basically irregular past tense, right? Irregular past tense, it's where we don't follow a rule by saying that in the past we're just going to add an ed or add a d to that word to show the irregular past tense. But with irregular past tense, you're just going to have to know. You're going to have to know what the form of the verb is. All right, so we're going to say the man sang along with the radio. I gave Nina a present, and my friends or the friends ran to the park, right? All right, so we are doing a tutorial lesson on aplusstudents.ca. All right. So once again, we see that when it comes to the irregular past tense, we do not follow any rules, like we don't just add D or ED to the specific word in order to change it, right? You are going to have to remember, you're going to have to remember the past tense or the past tense form, right? That is what you need to do. All right, so now let's go to aplusstudents.ca. And we're going to the second one, which says form and use the past tense exercise 2. And we see that most of the verbs are already regular in the past tense. That means that you follow a rule like add your ed. All right. And here we made an example of Leah came over for dinner, right? Leah came over for dinner. So the word in bold, right, is came. All right. So came is already in the past. So the present of came is to come, right? All right, let's do our activities first before we go to our test. It says the dog sit next to Mr. Herman. So the dog sit next to Mr. Herman. We need to choose the correct past tense irregular verb. All right. So the dog sit next to Mr. Herman. Sit. You need to change the word sit. So we need to say sit. What is the past tense of sit? We are here now by sit. The dog sit next to Mr. Herman. In the past, the dog next to Mr. Herman. So we will then say the dog in the past. So we will say the dog in the past sat next to Mr. Herman. So well done. Sat is correct. So sat next to Mr. Herman. Yes, sat is correct. We already did that one. Ah, it's the same ones. All right, let's go to our test. It says who do we say who come over last night? Do we say who comes over last night, or do we say who came over last night? What is the past tense of come? Is it comes or is it came? So who do we say who comes or who came over last night? Who comes or who came over last night? The past tense of come. The past tense of come. All right. So we will then say who came over last night. So well done. Came is correct. The woman sing about the moon. The woman sing about the moon. So we said the woman sing about the moon. Do we say the woman sings about the moon or the woman sang about the moon? All right. And the irregular past tense verb of the word sing, the irregular past tense form of sing. All right. And if we choose the correct one, we will say the woman sang about the moon. Yes, sang is correct. So sang is correct. Well done. Tina ran to the school because she was late. All right, so we are going to choose the correct one, the past tense form of ran, and then we're going to say it is ran. So Tina ran to the school because it was late. So ran. It is correct. Mr. Kelly sit on a park bench. So Mr. Kelly sit on a park bench. So Mr. Kelly, do we say sits or Mr. Kelly sat on a park bench? All right, and if we choose the correct one, we will say Mr. Kelly sat, because sat is the past tense of sit. So well done. Sat is correct. Mom. Mom gives or mom gave some money to my brother. So mom gives or mom gave some money to my brother. All right, so we can say mom gave some money to my brother. And gave is the past tense form of that word, right? Okay, let's do this one and then we're going on to the next one. Evan's family. Evan's family, do we say comes from England or came from England? All right. Yes. So if we choose the correct one, we will say Evan's family came from England. And came is correct. So we're going on to the next lesson, right? Which is to also form and use irregular past tense. But this is now a continuation. This is now exercise 3. And then we're also going to finish it off with exercise 4, right? So far, well done, everybody. So far, it is correct. Yes, so that was correct. All right, so now if we look at this activities over here, we're going to now look at this activity. It says complete the sentence with the verb that is in the past tense. Dana, Dana ride the bus into town. Dana ride the bus into town. We now need to, for example, say the past tense form of that word ride. So Dana ride the bus into town. What is the past tense form of ride? The past tense form of ride. So now we are by Dana ride. Dana ride the bus to town. The bus into town. And if we look at the irregular past tense form of ride, the irregular past tense word of ride is road. So Dana rode the bus into town. Ride and rode. Drive and drove. Right? So road is the correct one. The show begin before we got there. The show begin before we got there. Yes, road is correct. Well done. The next one is the show begin before we get there. Yes, road is correct. Now it is the show begin before we got there. All right. So begin, the past tense of begin. So if we were to write down the past tense of begin, then it is began. We began something, right? So the past tense of begin is began. All right, so now we're going on to our test. Well done. Began is correct. Now it says Jesse know about the secret. Jesse know about the secret. Is the past tense form know or is the past tense form knew? Know or knew? Jesse know or Jesse knew? So Jesse know about the secret. The past tense. Is it Jesse know or Jesse knew about the secret? We need to put the correct past tense form. So with Jesse know or Jesse knew about the secret. All right, and we are going to, for example, complete the sentence with the verb in the past tense. Then yes, Jesse knew, right? So Jesse knew about the secret. So the past tense form of know is knew. So Jesse knew. So knew is correct. It's correct. Well done. I begin to dance to a song I like. Begin. Is it begin? Do we convert that to to began? Or do we just say begin? I begin to dance I like, or I began to dance to a song I like. Yes, so I begin or I began to dance to a song I like. All right, so we can say I began. And began is the past tense irregular form of begin. Well done. So I began to dance to the song I like. Now it says Ross blows on the hot drink or Ross blew on the hot drink. This is now the hot beverages. All right. So Ross blow on the hot drink or in the past, Ross blew. So Ross blow on the hot drink. Do we blow if it's just extremely hot? Yes, so well done. So we can say Ross blew on the hot drink. So well done. Blew is correct because blow is the present tense form, but in the past tense it is blew, right? All right, let's do this one. It says the baby throw food onto the floor. So the baby throw. Do we say the baby throw or the baby threw food onto the floor? So the baby throw or the baby threw. All right, and if we choose the correct one, and then we can say the baby threw because the baby don't want it. So the baby threw the food onto the floor. And that is basically how babies are. So they threw. All right, so the baby threw food onto the floor. All right. It's the one more year, and then we're going into the last one. It says, I hold the ladder for Franklin. What is the past tense that I hold or I held the ladder for Franklin? I hold or I held the ladder for Franklin. All right, so we can say I held. Holding is now, but in the past I held. Yes. Yes, well done. I held the letters for Franklin, right? All right, so now we're going to the last lesson, which also to form and use irregular past tense forms. And this is the fourth exercise, right? The boat go under the bridge is getting a bit difficult. Go. What is the past tense of go? The boat go under the bridge. The boat go. All right. But now go, the past tense of go, the past tense. Now I go under the bridge. In the past. All right. So go. So the past tense of go is went. So we can say the boat went under the bridge. Yes. So well done. Went is correct, right? So now we don't just say goed or go. We just say it went under the bridge because that shows the past tense form. Went under the bridge. All right. There we have go again. Let's do the last one. It says, I take mom to meet my new friend. I take mom to meet my new friend. All right. And then it says, I take mom to meet my new friends. So if I say I take mom, then we can say I took mom to meet my new friends, right? All right. So that is basically irregular past tense, right? Remember we said with irregular past tense, you're going to have to remember the rules, right? There's no rule that's going to tell you that you must only add an ed or add a d or add an s or add an es. It's like the wording changes, right? With the irregular past tense, but you're just going to have to remember the form, and you're going to have to remember which one goes with what, right? All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on irregular past tense. Thank you very much, everybody, for interacting, right? Being part of the lesson. And I really hope that you're going to have an amazing weekend further. Goodbye. All right, so goodbye.